420 kilometers north of Calcutta, along the National Highway 34, lies the town of Raiganj. Outside the town, away from its urban quarters, but just beside the busy highway, is the Kulik Bird Sanctuary. An overnight bus journey from Calcutta takes us to Raiganj at the break of dawn. Then, a 15 minutes ride on cycle rickshaws leads us across a town yet to wake up. We leave behind the urban surroundings and get to the highway. Up here, the river Kulik greets us. We travel along it and stop to watch the wildlife around Kulik. The morning sun peeps through the canopy of the forest, and the golden beams bathe the ground. The woods fill up with bird songs. A sweet breeze caresses the flowers. It's a new day at Kulik Bird Sanctuary. Spread over 35 acres of planted forest, most year-round a diversion of the river Kulik, the forest turns home for thousands of migratory water birds in July. The birds, like the open-bill storks, night herons, maiden egrets, and little cormorants, come here to nest. They'll be here for the next 6 months and raise their families. Kulik is the nesting ground for 50,000 open-bill storks and houses other smaller migratory birds as well, along with the local resident birds. The open-bill stork is a large water bird, more than a meter in length, whitish in color, with black wingtips and tail feathers. The name comes from the bill, which remains open in the middle even when tightly shut. The bill is actually designed like a nutcracker, and with this formidable tool, the stork cracks open even the hardest of snails and mussels. From head to toe, the bird is built as a strong flyer as well as a wader. It's nesting time, and morning means serious work of construction for some pairs. The nest is a platform built on branches of trees using twigs. Leaves and water weeds are used as inner linings. The activities of the stork family is watched by a median egret. Wow! Here a pair goes for a round of lovemaking. Others have different business. On the whole, the storks are very social. They prefer to stay in groups. And nests in group too. One tree may hold more than a dozen nests. This is a neighbor, a night heron. And here's a freak, a grey-colored open-billed stork among the more common white ones. A jungle crow swings on a branch. Meanwhile, the sun moves up. The crow utters a series of calls. Perhaps it was a signal to fly. Or maybe it's the usual time for the birds to fly out. The open-billed stork has a powerful flight. After a few strong wing beats, it prefers to glide. They take off and rise higher and higher up. Taking advantage of the ascending thermals, they rise effortlessly to the heavens and circle their territory. It's beautiful to watch them in single. Some will indulge in long flights, while others will go for their breakfast. A small boat takes us along the river to watch the feeding flocks. The water is a lifeblood and everybody is linked to it. Like the pond heron, who hunts small fish and insects. The water supports algal life. The fish and other aquatic animals thrive on these algae, and the birds feed on them. The open-billed storks come down to the river or other water bodies. Our group wades in the shallow waters, prodding the mud below in search of food. The open bill's diet consists chiefly of apple snails and mussels. With its nut-crackle-like bill, it easily cracks open their shells and feeds on the soft flesh. The storks usually continue their hunt for a few hours. Satisfying its hunger, a stork flies away to bask. The birds spend their afternoon in roosting. Here a night heron looks agitated, and here's the cause. Someone is swimming in the waters below. The cause of concern is a yellow monitor. This big lizard is at home both in water and land. Assured of safety, the monitor comes out of the grasses, wary of every movement. It's a scavenger and looks for fallen eggs or dead things. Sticking out its forked tongue, it tries to find food. No luck here. Better go to some other place. There might be something over there. It seems the monitor will have to catch a fish for itself today. The median egret stages a small ballet of joy. The open bills sit quietly. While a little cormorant performs a gurgle, a way to cool off its body. Thus, the lazy afternoon rolls away. The day is in its last quarter. The moon is hung up like a paper lantern, yet to be lighted up. The open storks now leave their roosting trees and fly to their respective nesting trees. The groups return before the evening. However, activities go on as the shadows creep up long. It's time for sundown. Time to come home at Kulik. And sit together discussing the day. It's a full moon night. The crickets sing to welcome the moon. The amber light silhouettes the roosting storks. The storks won't go to sleep right now. They will sit moonbathing, preening themselves to perfection. And when they go to sleep, they will think of tomorrow.